How you doing? It's like 1 degree.
It's 2.
Yeah, well, earlier it was 1.
Earlier it was -1.
Just want to give you a garden fork update. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go to the garage.
Following you. Oh, it's following you. Look at that thing. Woo-wee. Let's go.
Come on. Andy, come. This is our gas car. The electric car's in the garage. But it wouldn't start the other day.
No, it wouldn't.
And I thought, well, maybe because it kind of went roo, so I thought maybe the battery was low. So I charged it with my charger here. This is the manual charger that we made the video for the electrolysis to clean your cast iron. Remember that one? This is a manual charger, not an automatic, and that's hard to find. And you need a manual one to do that electrolysis thing. But that was pretty cool. I charged it up, and now I have it on. This is the trickle charger. I'll link below to that. But this is what I use just all winter. I just keep this car sits in the garage for weeks. So this is called like a trickle charger or a battery maintainer. So I just let that thing go. Because it's weird, because this battery is only a year old. So they usually last like 3 to 5. By the way, if you're buying a battery for your car, buy the most expensive one they have for your car, because it's going to last longer. It has more lead in the plates, basically. If you buy a cheap battery, it's going to cheap out on you. That was a deep thought, wasn't it?
Did you try it since you started trickling?
Oh, we could try it right now. That would be no.
Maybe that's not the problem.
I think the fuel lines might be frozen.
Oh.
Because I forgot I always put in this water absorber. It's called heat. I'll put it right here. But it's basically alcohol and absorbs all the water in your fuel tank and in your fuel lines.
You forgot?
It hasn't happened in a long time, but I did have a car that froze up because the fuel lines were frozen. And it is 0 here. Some work in progress. This is a friend of mine's generator. It was sitting under a bunch of bushes up against an old house for like 4 years, and he said, hey, it doesn't run.
Surprise.
So I'm beginning to make a video about this. I started the video and then the temperature dropped to 0. So we're not working in the garage this week.
Not today. It's supposed to be like 50 tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well then, maybe we'll get this puppy running.
Merry Christmas.
Ho ho. I love the hoist. Again, link is below in the show notes or whatever it's called. But make sure if you're going to get a hoist that it's structurally safe to put up in your garage or whatever. But it's great for lifting up snow blowers and generators and stuff, so you're not having to work on the ground to work on them. You just lift them up. I put these sawhorses on here. And the winch is a little loose, but it's still if the sawhorses fail, this will grab the weight. So just be careful, but it makes it so much easier to work on something.
What's happening? Whoa. Are you going boating?
We're going to put this in the basement to warm up because I owe you guys 2 videos to follow up on the boat.
2?
Well, one about the effects of the waterproofing technique, and then a cooler, it's called Poor Man's Fiberglass. I want to try that on here and take you along for the ride in the middle of winter. Just walking around the yard with a boat.
Probably makes a good sled, actually.
In our old apartment in Brooklyn, we had a backyard, and I planted some fig trees.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun with them. And I rooted some. I owe you a video on that. And so I brought them up here to our little house. And I was going to keep them in pots like Aaron from The Impatient Gardener does. And I thought, let's just throw them in the ground, and then I'll heavily mulch them before winter, right? Well, guess what part I forgot to do?
Well, the mulching, and then winter came.
Yes. Boom.
You thought winter was not a thing anymore.
I didn't think winter was going to happen because it didn't happen for 2 years. So let's show you. The figs didn't ripen, but I have a Chicago Hardy, and I have a brown turkey fig, and then I I'm not quite sure what kind of fig from my neighbor in our old neighborhood. She allowed me to take some root cuttings. I mean, young stems to make root cuttings. And I brought one of those up here, and there's no mulch here. So that's on me.
We'll see.
We'll see. I don't think fig trees are made for 0 degrees.
Even Chicago Hardies.
Oops. I remembered to dig out the dahlias. Let me show you. I bought this at the grocery store and they love it. It has like a little handle built into it.
So they can grab it?
Yeah, I think they squeezed all the air out. The air is it sounds like the air is going back in. It's making a sound.
Well, it wasn't flat on the side before.
It was a ball with a handle, but the first time Andy had it, she was like, what is this thing? And then now she loves it. All right, dahlia time. It's like you're not supposed to be in the dahlia bed. We plant dahlias every year. We have a couple of videos about dahlias, not nearly as good as Aaron's, Impatient Gardener on YouTube. Actually, we had a frost here, and I'm like, oh, we are toast. But we're not, because I got them out. There was a little bit of frost on the top of the soil, but underneath it was all crumbly, so I think they'll be okay, but we won't really know until probably spring, because we store the tubers in the root cellar. And I literally just put these right there like that. And if they kind of go black and mushy, they're dead. And if they stay firm like a potato, because it is from the sweet potato family, we're good.
I bet they're fine.
I hope so. Fingers crossed. Something I did right.
Y'all, we're going to the basement. Let's go.
Don't judge me, but you can relate to this, right? Yes. I think I'm just going to turn on the camera and like time lapse me cleaning my... People sometimes like to watch that, so I thought, okay, you know.
It's success when you're done. That's why.
Well, let me show you my plan.
Let's see the plan. Oh, I've seen this plan in the making for quite a while.
I've been collecting clear containers for longer than I'd like to admit, thinking I'm going to organize everything like that.
Woo-wee! You always say you're waiting for the nice winter day. I think your moment has arrived.
Today's the day.
Wow. Look at that.
I figured out that if I just do tiny steps with cleaning, I won't be overwhelmed. That's my plan.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to start with this trash can full of extension cords.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, we will never have a shortage of extension cords, will we?
If you ever need power, let me know.
Aww, look at you.
So instead of having my computer on the dining room table all the time and having to move it when we eat and stuff, I got a computer table, a link will be below, which I like, and it's just I have a permanent home for it and I can focus a little better. So this is where I'll edit the video that we're shooting right now. And yeah. So if you like more of this kind of content, I also, I have a Patreon, I don't know if you know that, and I have an email newsletter. The link should be right here or below there. If you like getting pictures of the dogs every week in your email inbox, sign up for my newsletter. And usually the photos are supplied by the camera operator.
Oh,
Right.
and look at that. This is very coincidental, but you happen to have a garden fork right smack there.
All right. Sign up for the Garden Fork email newsletter.
Look, it looks like it was in use.
Yeah.